It's a shame not to have more photos around the house. I guess we didn't see the point of taking pictures of ourselves. It's a shame.
Come on.
What are you doing?
Come on.
I'm not prancing around in the living room at this time of night.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to What the Flick. Ben Mankiewicz, Matt Atchity, Alonzo Durali, Christy Lemire. We are talking about a new movie, 45 Years, that's in limited release right now. Another awards contender.
Oh, most assuredly, because Charlotte Rampling's amazing in it. So 45 Years is the story of a longtime married couple played by Charlotte Rampling and Tom Courtenay. They are preparing to celebrate their 45th wedding anniversary. But 5 days before this big party they're planning, the husband gets a letter in the mail with some information that changes everything about their marriage. Take a look.
And this really is a great venue for an anniversary. So full of history, you see? Like a good marriage.
What is it?
They found her. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
We never talked about it in all the years that we've known each other. And it's tainted everything.
You didn't know her.
No. I didn't.
So Charlotte Rampling's amazing, which we knew.
Oh my God, so great in this.
So great.
And so great in just the littlest stuff.
It's like a master class of just technical precision.
Little glances and little side eyes and pauses, and it's so little and it's so much at the same time.
And just the film as a whole is so observant of the rhythms of this life. And without a lot of dialogue and without anything particularly showy, in the first few moments, you really get a sense of who they are and what their life is like. And because she does the same thing every single morning. She goes and she walks the dog in the beautiful countryside where they've gone to retire, and comes in and takes off her coat and hangs her scarf up on the coat rack, and comes in and talks to her husband, and there he is having breakfast or whatever. And just the rhythms they establish, and just how quietly observant in like just long single takes, just watching them go about their life, you learn so much about them. And even as revelations occur throughout the course of the week, and their perspective changes about each other and their marriage or whatever, there's never anything explosive, and yet it's gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
The change that occurs. So.
This is the follow-up to Weekend
Yes.
by writer-director Andrew Haigh, which was my favorite film of whatever that year that was, 2011 maybe. And that was a film that really kind of put him on the map, and I think there was the temptation of like, oh, this guy's going to be, he's going to tell these really interesting gay stories, because everybody loves to put you in that pigeonhole. And so this is a movie that is just a straightforward heterosexual relationship, but so keenly observed and smartly intuited in a lot of ways. He also directed and produced a lot of the episodes of HBO's Looking.
Okay.
But this is a movie, this is somebody who really understands human nature and human frailty, and it's so spot on in terms of just how observational it is, like you were saying, about the minor details of these people, but how they all add up and what they tell us about them, and why this letter disrupts their whole lives.
You didn't love this?
I don't disagree with you about her or him. They're both great, and if they both, particularly Charlotte Rampling, and if she received a Oscar nomination for Best Actress, I could vote for her were they decide to permit me to vote.
I see it happening. I can very easily imagine that happening.
Yeah, I mean, she's great.
Her getting the nomination.
Being
Yeah,
nominated.
not him being allowed to vote.
Boring, and I get that seeing her little movements and the way she sits, the way she crosses her leg, the way she walks up the stairs, they're all revealing. And it is a master class, but that's not a movie. And let me figure out a way to say this without betraying anything. I hated the end, and I love an ending. Maybe you guys know, I don't know, but I don't need it. I don't need a clear. What surprised me was that I didn't like the ending, because there's some lack of clarity at the end. And
I disagree.
You
Me
think there
too.
is
I think you know what
I
happens.
totally got it.
I think, but I think up until that moment, it could really go.
Well,
a couple
but
different
then
ways.
if there's
Yeah.
clarity, then then I'm assuming that we all agree on what that clarity is. I don't believe that. I don't think it's justified. I don't think she earned it. I don't think that's how that woman would react. It's not enough. And so the thing that's supposed to be so huge isn't enough. And I had a Three's Company-like feel of like, have one goddamn real conversation about this. One. And then begin the process of repairing or not repairing. But they don't.
But I think the way they talk about it is indicative of the way they talk about everything else, or at least in the sort of sandcastle that they've created.
Okay, but then if the ending is what you guys are saying it is, then that's a tragedy and a mistake. So I don't know. I didn't like it. Normally, I like that sort of, not so much a lack of clarity. Maybe I said that wrong. They don't have to spell it out. Like, we don't have to see it. Like, you think you know it. And I mean, it was it's a gutsy ending. And I normally like a gutsy ending, but here I didn't, and I left feeling frustrated and unsatisfied. And partly, and that contributing to that was the fact that for some amount of the movie, I was like, I got it. I am seeing two brilliant actors. Come on, like, let's go. Move this along a little. Walk faster. Go up the stairs quicker.
There's great tension the whole way through.
No, I didn't find it.
And
So it's good. They're good, but it's.
So this movie revenanted you, then, is what you're saying?
This movie, thank God, it was not nearly as bloody. Yeah, there's no. I mean, but also, but I liked the bear attack in this movie too. I thought that was good. It was the highlight.
No, I loved it. It's on my top 10 list this year. I gave it a 9.5. I think it's beautifully written, beautifully acted. She's amazing, and I believed the ending. I thought it was clear and it was subtle yet devastating.
Okay.
Yeah, it made my top 20 very close to my top 10. I give it an 8, and I think it's
You said 8.5, actually.
8.5, sorry, yes.
Yes.
It's exquisitely crafted.
Okay.
I normally don't like to not know. I think I gave it a 6.5. Is that
6, you said.
I said a 6. Okay. Yeah.
Is that what you want to stay with?
I mean, it could certainly be a 6.5, but I just, again, it's not it's no fun, and well, I don't know what it is. I feel bad mouthing a movie that is the two leads who are really the soul of the only real characters in the movie who deliver such impressive performances. But giddy up, slap in the back, move along. You're making a movie. You know what this is like? This is like one great episode in a 6-part miniseries. Like, I feel somewhat empty only seeing this 95, 100 minutes of their lives. Like, I want this to be like The Affair's Parents, where I get maybe 10 episodes, and then I could see myself being hooked on these people.
No, I say they cram so much into those 5 days that you do feel like you've looked at a complete life, and you really do know who they are, what that bond is like, what that dynamic is like, and so I loved it. So, okay, our average is an 8. Despite Ben's efforts to drag us down. And where is it?
98%.
Wow.
98%.
Wow.
Ben. Everyone likes it. All right, bye.